Hello and welcome to another episode of Property Ponderings, the podcast where we dig deep into the world of property buying and renovating, giving you property advice to ponder. I'm Craig Nichol from Nichol Buyer Advisory here in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm here to help you turn your dreams into reality. With over 15 years of property experience in everything from town planning and sales to auctioneering, property investing and buyers advocacy, I've seen property transactions from every angle. Today, I'll be sharing the key lessons I've learned from over 250 real estate sales and purchases, from strategic hunting for off-market properties to managing the emotional side of property buying. These insights are here to help you make the most of your property journey. By the end of this episode, you'll have some powerful strategies to find the right opportunities and make better property decisions. So let's dive into it. Lesson number one is to take initiative. Don't wait for the property to appear. One of the most critical lessons I've learned is that in property, you often have to make things happen. If you're waiting around for the perfect listing to come up online, you might just be missing out on some great opportunities. Instead, actively seek out properties off market, get to know the area, talk to the agents and hunt down value. Off-market properties are often hidden gems. And if you're not looking actively, these opportunities can slip by. As I've said before, not everything is about off-market properties, but they give you additional opportunities to be able to find the properties that meet your criteria to achieve the goals that you want. So stay proactive. Whenever I've been looking for properties in the past, I put out letters, I knock on doors if there's properties in areas that I want to buy in. You need to take that approach if you're going to get into more opportunities. Otherwise, all you're doing is relying on sales agents to get that job done for you, and that might not be the case. And especially in a market where listings are low, you're really going to struggle, and suddenly you're picking between some not so good properties and a very small amount of good properties on the market, and that's just not a good position to be in if you're trying to get really good assets for your property portfolio. Lesson number two, do your due diligence better than anyone else. Due diligence isn't just a nice to have, it's a non-negotiable part of a property buying journey. You should strive to be as informed, if not more so, than the agents you're dealing with. Research the market, know recent comparables, and understand the pros and cons of each property you're considering. When it comes to negotiations, this preparation will allow you to engage confidently and effectively. A strong foundation of knowledge gives you a major edge, helping you spot overpricing or unexpected benefits. So by being thorough, you'll be far more prepared for a successful negotiation. So do your due diligence and do it properly. You can't afford to be lazy. Lesson number three is don't just accept the agent's word. You have to push back. Another big lesson is not just going along with what the agent tells you about timing, process, or pricing, or anything else. If they say the seller won't consider offers before auction, don't take that at face value. It's completely within your rights to make an offer and ask the agent to present it. If they say your offer is rejected, don't hesitate to tell them to try again. In property, being willing to rock the apple cart can open up negotiations that others might avoid. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've spoken to agents that have said one thing and then you can push them. Just like any negotiation in any part of any industry, there's a bit of pushback and then the situation changes. So don't just accept things on face value. Push yourself into that uncomfortable zone. Obviously don't push too far, but push it into that uncomfortable zone to try and make things happen for yourself. Lesson number four, relationships. Relationships have a powerful impact on property success. Whether it's with local agents, developers, or other industry contacts, good relationships can be the key to valuable insights and early access to off-market properties. Building a network not only helps with smoother transactions, but can also provide access to the right information when you need it. Take the time to nurture these connections. You never know which one could lead to your next opportunity. Lesson number five, emotions have their place, but stay level-headed. Managing emotions is one of the most challenging aspects of buying property. The trick is to look for properties that have emotional appeal, because these are the properties that tend to perform well in terms of long-term market value. But while you're looking for properties that can pull up at the heartstrings of future buyers, you have to keep your own emotions in check. By staying objective, you can make decisions that are sound investments rather than impulsive choices. So keep those emotions in check, but make sure you are aware that the property you're buying has an emotional pull, and we are looking to maximize that. Well, the obvious type of property here is when you're looking at family homes that grow and have shown proven performance over many decades, that they have strong emotional pull, and that could be from the character of the home, the location, anything like that. Be aware of it, but don't let yourself get carried away with it. You are here to buy an investment, and I think that even goes to when you're buying a home as well. Just try to keep a level head, but understand that there is emotion going on all around you, but you're trying to make a rational, logical decision with as little emotion as possible. Lesson number 6 is to remember that property markets are cyclical. I've learned that the property market moves in cycles with demand rising and falling over time. When the market looks gloomy, it's easy to feel discouraged, but history shows that the downturns are often followed by recoveries. So when others are hesitant, it could be an ideal time for you to make your move. As Ray Dalio says, downturns and upturns are all part of a market's natural rhythm. If you remember that the downturns won't last forever, you're well positioned to take advantage of the opportunities when others hold back. Lesson number 7 is property is a long-term game. If you're hoping to make quick profits, you're stepping into risky territory. While short-term wins are possible, they're often not sustainable, especially for less experienced investors. In my experience, those who truly succeed in property are the ones with a long-term perspective. Warren Buffett's approach, timing the market, not timing the market, applies here. If you're in the market for the long haul, you're better able to weather the ups and downs, ultimately building a stronger portfolio over time with less risk. Lesson number 8, seek expert advice when you need it. Property is a learning journey, and even after years in the business, I'm still learning. If you're unsure about something, whether it's pricing, renovation, development, or anything else to do with real estate, don't hesitate to seek advice. Working with experts can help you avoid costly mistakes and improve your strategy. So there's no shame in asking questions or seeking guidance. The most successful investors and renovators I know are those who are open to learning and know when to lean on others for support. Lesson number 9, take action. Don't let indecision hold you back. One thing I've seen time and time again is that those who procrastinate in property often get left behind. It's easy to find reasons not to buy, especially in uncertain times. But waiting on the sidelines indefinitely is a surefire way to miss out on growth. Successful property buyers don't wait for everything to be perfect. They make informed choices and move forward. Take action and don't let fear or indecision stand in your way. Lesson number 10. Property isn't everything. Let's keep perspective. I think it's essential to remember that property is a part of your life, not your whole life. I've seen people, myself included, get so caught up in property that it overshadows family, friends, and personal experiences. While property investment can build wealth, its real purpose is to support the life that you want. So don't lose sight of what truly matters. At the end of the day, property should be a tool that helps you build a fulfilling life, not a source of stress and constant sacrifice. Alright, that wraps up another episode of Property Ponderings. I hope these 10 lessons give you a few solid ideas and strategies to make better property buying decisions. If you want to discuss anything further from this podcast, or if you're looking for tailored buying or renovating advice, feel free to contact me. And as always, I'm keen to hear your questions, so send those along to 0400 122 081 or email me at craig@nicholbuyeradvisory.com.au. We'll chat again soon. The information provided in this podcast is for general information purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal or professional advice. While we aim to provide accurate and up-to-date information, every property transaction and investment is unique. You should seek the advice of a qualified professional before making any financial decisions. The opinions expressed in this podcast are our own and are not a substitute for tailored advice from a financial advisor or a real estate professional. We encourage you to consult with a qualified expert who can address your specific needs and circumstances.